So today we're checking out HANABIE. We love sweets. Just listen to how tight those feet are on those drums. Well, this is my first time listening to a HANABIE. If I'm not saying that correctly, please feel free to correct me in the comments nicely. We're just going to go back and listen to pretty much all of it again because, yeah, I mean, the first vocal is just, I'm sweet. Look at the nice, beautiful cakes. Die while your whole body melts in hell. That's basically the sound that I got. Oh, this is gonna be nice. Oh, sugar, yeah. Holy shit! Okay, what a confusing scene. It's like a dessert buffet, and it's like one of the most happiest, most pleasurable places on earth with all these beautiful things and desserts and just all the sweets. And then this woman is absolutely just crushing your face with her vocal. Now, I hear two vocals in there at least. So is there somebody else in the band that is harmonizing, doing that more classical? I don't know what to call it. More of like a, what do you guys call it? Is it like a J-pop vocal underneath? I don't know. So I'm kind of curious if there's something that kind of style is known for, that vocal style. But you can hear the two vocals. You've got her heavy, followed by that clean underneath that is a much higher tone. Something cool the drums did there, which isn't ridiculously never done by any means, but her feet went like double time, but her hands still kind of half-timed everything, which is why it kind of gives you both of what you want there. You're getting both timings. If you want that double time feel, you're getting it. But if you were really ready to just kind of rock out with that half-time feel, she gives you both there. Check this out. It's just everything all at once. First of all, the visual. If I'm only listening to the music, though, man, listen to these like Kill Switch, Shadows Fall, complete metalcore riffs that are just ripping your life away underneath here. And I laugh out of joy, not because it's something to be laughed at. That being said, you can't also not look at it and be like, this is something to be laughed at. Like, what what am I'm laughing at me because I have no idea why I'm unexpectedly having my soul taken from me right now. The riffs! Crazy! Okay, well, I probably answered my own question in the beginning when I asked about the two voices. I'm assuming that maybe it's her voice that we're hearing underneath. She just wasn't. They weren't showing the harmony part earlier, which makes sense. So a lot of things are going to come out of this. I'm going to want to know, do they both sing in all songs? Is it one versus the other? Do they each have songs where they only sing songs that were written specifically for them? Those are some of the questions I'm coming in with so far. Not to mention the fact that, again, I know nothing about this band. If you know anything about me and my channel, you know that you will only get 100% the truth, the honest truth, and nothing but the truth, a pure, honest reaction from me at all time. If I don't love something, you will know it. This is melting my life away. Part of me wishes I could do this without the video, but I also can't turn away from the video because it's perplexing because it's all the things that shouldn't go together but go together. This is fantastic so far, guys. I want to give her time due here since this is the first she's really being introduced to me. Is that their names down here? I don't know if you can see in the bottom left corner. It looks like Yukina, Matsuri, Etsu, and Sai. I probably mispronounced some of those. Is that their names? You're the super fans. Give me the Wikipedia. Let's go. Her white guitar is pretty awesome. For some reason, I'm getting the feeling it's like a Matthew K. Heafy model. He's the singer guitar player for Trivium. I'm probably wrong about that, but I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I'm thinking that. So if you know the model and everything of the guitar, feel free to throw it down. If you own one, I'm curious what your experience is and if you like it, so on and so forth. I tend to like to play bodies like that and so on and so forth. So just thought it looked really cool. Love the black outline on it. I don't really talk about instruments a whole lot as far as design and stuff, but it's just a nice, clean, simple guitar. I just feel like for some reason I recognize it as a Matt Heafy guitar. I might be wrong. If so, correct me nicely in the comments. Well done. If you've followed me for any period of time at this point in time, you know how I feel about feeling others' pain. And what I really like in metal is when somebody hits me with a guttural scream of some sort of aggressive lyric. There's two types of singers in the metal community. There are those that can do, and there are those that can make you feel what they're doing. And what I mean by that is there are some singers that I follow out there that have the tone, they have the style, they have the ability to just crush you with an absolutely guttural, I can't do it. They can just crush you with their vocals, but when you see them, it just doesn't translate. There's hardly any facial expression, movement. Like they clearly have learned how to execute the technique, which is awesome. What I really love is I love it when I see somebody executing the technique, especially in metal, and they're just giving me that, and you can just feel their pain. You can feel the emotion coming from what they're doing based off what you can also visualize. It's not just what you're hearing, it's what you can see. And I love how she is able to make me feel like she is actually feeling the emotion that she is singing. And I just love that in metal because there's a lot of bands that I just tend not to get into once I see them live or whatever, because sounds kind of there and it's great, but I want to really participate in feeling that pain. I don't know, maybe I'm just an old school thrash metalhead that lived a painful life that just yearns for that pain, but my God, if you're going to give me just a crazy, ridiculously painful, death-defying, head-crushing vocal, I want to feel it too. She lets me. I love that. Let's get it. Yeah! Well done. Well, fucking done. Yeah. Let's get back off this. This is a different music video. It is not the one we just watched, but that was absolutely fantastic. And as I try to figure out how to get back to the one we just watched here, man, that was absolutely insane. I really liked it. Check out this intro again. Hit you with the sweets. Unexpected. I mean, I knew this was going to rock. You guys told me it was, but just kind of like, okay, what are we getting here? When you guys said, you got to check out HANABIE sweets. I've heard it for like 2 weeks now. Okay, here I am, checking it out. Oh, there's the sweets. Oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense. What am I going to get out of this? What you're going to get out of this, Mr. Massive Metal, is you're going to get your face melted. That's what you're going to get. A lot of vocal layers happening in all sorts of different places. Back here at the end, and I usually don't talk about vocals, just simply because I'm not, I don't critique vocals. I don't provide a lot of necessary commentary on them because I'm not a vocal person. I'm not a vocal coach, and I backup sing for my band, and yeah, the studio probably helps me too. But we got into a lot of this vocal layering at the end that I want to hear again. I mean, I think I hear 3, maybe 4 vocal layers here. Other than that, it was just a fantastic metal song. Great riffs. Had a little bit of metalcore in there for me, which I really liked. I was hearing some like Killswitch, Engage, maybe lesser known band, one of my favorites. I've got a whole shadow box on the wall behind me. That drum head you're seeing in the picture is an autographed drum head from the band Shadows Fall, which are kind of maybe doing some stuff and getting back out there. They've been playing some festivals and stuff. So if you haven't checked those guys out, absolutely do that. But back to HANABIE. There was just a lot of really comforting metalcore type stuff in there for me. I'm very happy that she allowed me to feel her pain visibly. Yeah, this was fantastic. It was heavy. It got me going. There's not a whole lot of dynamic to talk about as far as the musicians or any specific spots that really kind of stuck out to me too much, other than the drummer herself kind of creating a different mood earlier in the song, like I talked about. And this is not overly unique, but it did work well for the song. Right here. Again, this is nothing that's unique specifically to them, but I like it when a band really kind of breaks into this, and just whatever they've done with the combination of vocal layering with the musicians. Her feet, in essence, go into double time, and it feels like her hands go into half time. So if you wanted to just thrash, you could thrash. If you really wanted to kind of just slow down that beat and just kind of bang with it, it gave you that as well, too. Tone-wise, just so tight on those feet, just ridiculously tight. The riffs themselves, from a guitar perspective, fantastic, great metalcore type stuff, great metal riffs, nothing overly too dynamic, not too many stops, not too many starts. There's not a bunch of overlayering or anything like that, or specific moments that really made me kind of geek out in this, but this was a cool little spot. The whole thing itself is kind of a geek out culturally and musically. I think it would be a totally different experience experiencing this without the music video. Not saying it'd be a better experience, not saying it'd be a worse experience. It would just be a different experience. But I love getting all of it. Check her out here. Drums. Something as simple as that. Beat going double time, the hands go half time. Just a little change like that. It just warms a classic thrash metal head's heart. This was metal. This was metal through and through. With a little bit of, culture flashed in. I believe they're from Japan. I believe that's my understanding. But if not, you can correct me nicely in the comments. We got some of this stuff in here. This seems more culturally relevant than anything else. I don't know specifically where this fits, but it just kind of took the video in a completely different visual direction, which is what I kind of like about a lot of this scene, is that it's counterintuitive to old school thrash metalheadness, which is really cool, because that's what I'm trying to get. I got a whole bunch of old school thrash metal I can listen to, right? This is the new school coming in and just absolutely putting out the work. So I know nothing about this band. Super fans, you know what to do. Let's let everybody know what the story is, because people do come over from other videos and they do discover bands that I'm reacting to that they didn't know about as well. So let's make sure when they get here, they have everything they need to know. So is it Yukina, Matsuri, Hetsu, and Sai? It seems to be their names. I would think that that's probably what it is. It keeps kind of showing up. I don't know who's who, so I know you're going to tell me. This was crazy, guys. Awesome. Thanks for the recommendation on this. I needed a little bit of face melting, a little bit of that hardcore let me feel your pain action, and I got that here. If you're coming over from another channel, go check out more of them. There's an original video link if you don't want to hear the commentary, and just search them on YouTube. I've also got a ton, if you've just loved the Japanese metal scene that we're kind of exposing ourselves to here, go check out some of my Bandmade. Not all metal, but it's still fantastic. It'll make you a better music listener, I promise. Go check out the Love Bites. I've got a whole list of other Japanese metal scene bands that we'll eventually get to. And if you want to check out just some other stuff, feel free to look at what's there. I think I've got over 100 plus videos on the channel. We got tons. We got Nightwish, there's Epica, some Rammstein, like I said, the Japanese metal scene. I've got Love Bites, which is absolutely amazing as well. Probably got referred to these ladies from there, or either that or maybe it's Nemophila, which I've got that as well too. So man, this was fantastic. This was fun. Like I said, coming over from another video and you thought that was awesome, go check out the channel, read the comments, you'll learn more, you'll get into it. Original links are always in the videos. Just an old school thrash metalhead, always have been, always will be. Love discovering new music nowadays that I've got the time to be able to do that again. So if you are part of this HANABIE, if I'm saying that right, I hope I'm saying that right. If you're part of the HANABIE family, I thank you for having me.